most active, you know, from early mornings to around, you know, afternoon. But not only that, as well as the age that they say your child can't go to school unless he's what, 5 years old. From about 5 to 11, 5 to 12, that is the most, that time period is when a child is the most impressionable.
Yeah.
That's when it's going to define the type of person that they become, man or woman that they become. Yep.
And like you said, they just got your kids there, indoctrinating them. You never know what they feeding your child, physically and mentally.
Yeah.
So they having their way with your child. They're raising your children.
Yeah.
Right. Well, nowadays we do know what they're feeding.
Right.
It's worse now because before your child never would think about no LGBTQ shit in the school system, where when the first time they hear that, it's from them, and the teacher is not going to explain to them what that means, and
They're just going to tell you that's right.
And it's right, and then that's the first thing you hear. Now you have to hopefully be able to re-educate your child to say, no, this is right. This is, but if you don't know that they're feeding that to your child, that's just in their brain.
Yep.
And
that's in there to grow
right.
And to build experiences off of that understanding versus the righteous understanding. That's why starting at 5, right? Now they're even Head Start. They even got Head Start where kids start down there at 3.
They call it pre-K.
Yeah, pre-K, all that.
Yep.
But they know the most important time to educate a child and set a child's life on a right path is 0 to 5.
And also, that's why they give them all them, between certain ages, they give them all them jabs. Yeah, jabs, because their brains, during that time, their brains are still developing.
It ultimately goes back to this devil's hatred for us Israelites.
Yeah.
Because even when they get out of school, like your brother mentioned, sometimes parents don't have time or energy to deal with their kids, so they may watch TV or play games. Then they watch the TV and they being further indoctrinated with that. They get on YouTube or get on the little videos they watch. It's all type of bullshit that they feeding our kids with, man. And it sticks to their subconscious mind.
It's a lot of enchantment. They hide certain agendas in code in these cartoon programs,
right?
Movies and animation.
There's TV stations devoted to enchanting your children.
Yeah.
You thought Disney safe, it's Mickey Mouse and Pluto and
it's
Goofy and shit. No,
It's planting seeds.
Yeah.
planting seeds. Look at all the kids that we watch grow up in the Mickey Mouse Club. What they become. Look at what they're into now.
Yes.
Look at crazy ass Britney Spears and weird ass Justin Timberlake. You look at all of them and see where they're at.
Hey, in a way, I'm glad that growing up, I didn't have no fucking cable, man. I didn't have access to none of that
Like
shit.
Judge Judy and shit.
I didn't have access to none of it, bro. No Cartoon Network, no MTV.
Yeah.
That shit was pure poison.
Yeah.
I was outside, man. I didn't have no cable. But anyways, I got one too.
Yeah, I got one. Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12.
Yep.
As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead them cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy paths.
And right now we see that women are the leaders of the household, but where are they taking their counsel from? That's where the real leadership comes from the system, which is the serpent that's running the system, has set it up this way. That's why I say the same thing about AI. You can't trust AI. Who programmed AI?
Right.
The serpent. Yeah. So it's never going to be a beneficial thing to humanity when who programmed it don't want it to benefit humanity. Same thing with your children.
I got
And that, by the way, is called patriarchy. All right?
Which is not biblical.
Which is all successful empires were patriarchal. They were not ruled by women. Just to make that clear. Anytime you had matriarchy within a society, it didn't succeed.
They failed. They
would immediately fail.
Yeah.
It's not meant for a woman to lead and make decisions for a nation of people. She's not capable mentally because of her emotional state. All right. She's not logical. All right. I mean, some women can be logical at times. It's rare when it happens, but for the most part, because of their nature, they're very emotional. They rule based off of their feelings. All right.
Clock is right twice a day, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
And those women that
broken clock, like broken.
Those women that do, have a little bit of logical understanding, they're able to make sound judgment. Those women have some form of male influence in their life.
Exactly. They've been around men. Yeah.
But
they had fathers.
It's not hard to trigger a woman into emotion.
It's easy.
And for you men that do that shit on purpose, man, shame on you. Shame on you. I know some of them is part of the humbling that has to happen, but if you just want to trigger women, like you got bigger shit going on in the earth that you need to be concerned with. Like prophets. I'm not talking about anybody in particular. I'm talking about the natural man that does that type of shit. You like to fuck around women. You see, it's not hard to trigger a woman, to get her to manipulate a woman. It's not tough, bro. It's really not. But it is tough to rule your mind and to instruct them in the righteous things. That's where the magic is at. That's where the power is really at. And the power for the woman is for you to still be obedient at things, okay, unto your head, or to be humble and to humbly question how this is supposed to go down. That's a way to do it, okay? That's where the power is at, while still remaining in your position without usurping authority over the man.
Right now, like we always mention it, they're still, they still have their comforts. So as long as they have their comforts here, they're gonna feel like they don't need a man. They're not gonna want to come up under a order where they know their role. It's gonna take trouble. It's gonna take a lot of chaos and Jacob's trouble.
Yeah.
It's gonna take Jacob's trouble for a woman to finally be humble, man. Okay? For this whole fucking setup finally to just crumble, man.
God.
Because as of right now, a woman can fucking get a nice little job and she's good. She could get on OnlyFans.
Nobody's thinking about stopping at the gas station with a full tank of gas. And when that gas tank is empty, which we're coming into the analogy of it's coming into a time where you will have to make a stop and have to really get resourceful and have to stand on everything that you thought. Now you're vulnerable in Jacob's trouble.
Which in wartime, women are the most vulnerable, women and children. In the time of
elderly
war, a women are booty.
Yeah. Spoiled.
That shit is happening now.
Yeah.
In the country. You got women walking around by themselves at night in the neighborhood.
Snatched up.
And getting snatched by the neck and placed between two cars and getting violated.
Yeah, women getting raped in broad daylight.
Yeah, out in the open.
Out in the open. Women getting raped on, raped on the subway. And no one assisted her or tried to help her.
Let's just try to use that word siege. Let's try to use that word.
Yeah,
they sound a lot. Even the grape. That's still, let's try to use that word.
Siege.
Yeah. Scriptures use ravish, but you can say siege. That's
Use one of those. Let's not use the grape or that other, or the actual grape. Let's try to do at least a little something with that.
But see, but those examples are necessary so that you women can open your eyes and see that this world that you're used to is not what it cracked up to be.
Not at all.
Now you start to see that this is the real reality of things. Shit is getting ready to spiral downward. It's actually happening full force. And the more that happens, the more that all hell's going to break loose. And you women are not going to have the same protection and comfort zone that you're used to. Because we're coming into that time of tribulation. You're going to have to finally understand that having a husband is the most valuable thing you can have as a woman. You let the serpent get in your ear and mess your head up, and now look at the results. That woman that happened to in the VX, hey, She was a victim of women's liberation, feminism. The fact that she thought she could comfortably and freely just walk the block in the freaking hood by herself. You an older woman, nobody around. Why wasn't you at home? Why wasn't you with your children?
Yeah.
Unless your children are grown already.
Why did you?
But why are you out there by yourself?
Yeah. Why didn't you have a male accompanying you?
Yeah.
To because that was our
tradition. Should have had one of your grown sons with you, or your husband.
Right.
I guarantee you that wouldn't have happened, man. He wouldn't have rode up on that lady like that.
Y'all seen them videos where they'll show, I love these shit too, because it's the reality of it. Because it has to, at some point, put you into a perspective of the benefits of having a man. There videos like this, the one with my mom, da-da-da-da, I want to have her man, da-da-da-da. Women just in La La Land. But then the husband's like, okay, man walking up from the right, and the two both back up. Okay, what's this man doing? He's analyzing every situation that could be a possible danger. He's already foreseeing the perspective. We hear anyway, seeing the possible situations that he may have to handle. Okay, so that's the difference of a man. Women don't even realize the dangers. Like that woman from the BX, she how's this man a half a step behind you, getting his lasso ready, and you not know?
That's exactly why it says, "Woe unto you women that are at ease, man." She never expected that. She didn't think nothing like that to ever happen to her. It's like a lot of you women, man. This is happening while, like brothers always say, that it's still running water, it's still food, it's still comfort out there, man. It's just imagine when shit hit the fan, when the government locked down, when those troops are activated, all these different things that's coming. Imagine when that's in full effect, how dangerous it's really gonna get. There's women being attacked with their men. It was recently a woman that was seized, and the dude had a gun to her man and made him watch, man.
I was trying to remember where that was. But there was another one where they went off to another country too. And it happened.
Oh yeah.
It happened to her twice.
India.
Yeah, in India. It happened like twice. It's the same woman.
But they thinking they good because they traveling in another country and.
Hey, wasn't there a Jake woman that went over to Dubai and they didn't let her go?
Oh, the nigga woman out there talking crazy, getting loud.
They're being the American Indo, boisterous, good word, right? And they wasn't with that shit. Like, man, we gonna lock your ass up. Humble.
This is Isaiah 4:1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man.
Saying, I was like, why is he doing it? But it's a good point because you actually
saying, in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach.
Now we know that, I just want to add this real quick, we know that ain't already happening. Yeah, women are making their own bread and buying their own clothes, but they're not trying to be a joint unto men. They're talking about, they got them things out, what I need you. But the day's gonna come, is what I'm included for you. The day's gonna come when that ain't enough. And you can go ahead and say more about it.
It's basically obvious what it says. The day's gonna come when these women can't protect themselves and everything. They're gonna flee to a righteous man that can take care of them.
And what's gonna make that happen? There's gonna be a dire situation that they're gonna be in that make them want to do that. They don't have that desire right now. That Genesis 3, like your brother read, that desire to your husband, they don't have that right now, man. Their desire is to themselves. They caught up in themselves, man. But it's gonna take some bloodshed, really. But shit gonna get real, man. For these women to get in that mindset, like, okay, let me get to a man.
Like they always look for a man that has something to give them.
Yeah.
What do you bring to the table? Basically, they're asking. What do I give you? These women are like opportunists.
Think about what they say. They say, I don't want to cut you off when you thought off, but they say, women, what do you bring to the table? I am the table, meaning what you bring it to me, which is what you're saying.
Right, because really, the men are the ones that should be picking a woman, but the roles are reversed. Now the woman